What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So we got a new action film starring Joel Kinnaman, directed by John Woo, where a grieving father enacts his long-awaited revenge against a ruthless gang on Christmas Eve. Now, I went into this film knowing the very bare bones about what this movie was going to be, which was it was going to be told with very few dialogue. Now, the only dialogues that you actually get in this film is either from TV chatter or radio chatter, plus a couple of characters swear here and there, and that is the only piece of dialogue you get in the entire film. If that gimmick is not going to work for you, well then I wouldn't spend money to go see it in theaters, and I'd rather just watch it on streaming on a nice snowy day. However, I quite enjoyed some of this movie. I thought the action sequences were absolutely fantastic. I thought Joel Kinnaman kicked so much ass, and just the way he's able to emote his feelings from beginning to end. You feel his pain from certain extents, and I really enjoyed that aspect of this film. However, this film is nothing new, it's nothing original. While I enjoyed a lot of the action sequences, I was entertained from those sequences, and I thought they were a lot of fun. What holds this movie back together is that not only does Joel Kinnaman not say anything, but nobody else in the movie says anything, especially Kid Cudi, his wife, the gang members. Nobody says a word, and that is where I found it a little bit distracting, and it started to get a little bit old on me, mostly because I was waiting for somebody, just somebody, to say something, and nobody opened their mouth.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
And by the time that we get to the hour mark, it becomes an exhausting mess, because a majority of this film is Joel Kinnaman ignoring his wife, grieving, and training in order for him to prepare to take down the gang members that killed his son. Pacing in this movie is absolutely dreadful. The moment that his voice box is shot out, to me, the gimmick got a little bit tired after a while. Once we get introduced to our characters like Kid Cudi, I was really hoping that he would say something, especially once we get to the end of the film, and not a single peep comes out of his mouth. Even when one of his own is shot down, he says absolutely nothing. And I think for some people, that is where things are going to be getting exhausting, and it's not going to work for them, because I think the first hour of this film is a bloody mess, where we have flashbacks going back to before his son got shot to after his son got shot, and so we're bouncing back and forth. And for me, some of those moments were really dragging on, because what I came into this movie was Joel Kinnaman kicking so much ass. And I think this movie could have been cut down by 10-15 minutes in order to have a fun paced film. However, they take the gimmick one step too far into every single character, and by the time that the film ends, it just becomes an exhausting mess, and it's really nothing else more than just a gimmick film. And with the gang members, you've seen one at every corner in East LA. I think that's where they're located, but that's just where I'm assuming that they're located. But those are my thoughts on Silent Night. Have you guys checked it out, or are you not planning on checking it out at all? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys for the next reviews.